Я вас приветствую на этом чудесном канале. И, как всегда, прежде чем отправляться в приключения, мне нужно сварить немножко стимулирующих средств. Плюс ко всему я глянул список своих квестов и... Опа! О, а что это за заклинание такое? Да еще и с Себасом надо учить. Те, кто не в курсе, я не уверен, что я сам точно знаю, но вроде как это одно из 3 запрещенных заклинаний, самых веселых и пиздатых. Это там Авада Кида, это убивает. Второе, Круцу, оно делает очень больно. И третье, оно, блять, не помню. Значит, вспомню. Но, как вы могли понять, дальше будет интереснее.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
Я даже более упрям.
He's this way.
Поверь. Так. А ты можешь немножко быстрее там ногами перебирать?
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Хочешь убить призрака?
There he is.
Конечно, похвально, но все же.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other 5th years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Кажется, мне уже
That's
все
a bit
понятно.
unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt, it does pose a risk.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here!
Хрень
These
какая-то.
braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share?
Моя тётя пошла туда.
He's begged.
Блядь. Ну
It
опять
wasn't you
огонь.
who told me what I needed to hear.
Сука, падла с говном.
Incendio, don't give me entrance as some...
О чем это я? Ага.
3 heads
Чё
are
ты
better than one.
пошла, она сдохла,
two
и вы
heads are
тоже
better
те
than one.
сдохнете.
And by
Нет,
that
мы не
logic, 3 is better
сдохнем,
than
ведь
2.
мы не одни. Ой, ну ладно, пошли, ты меня убедил.
Hello, Hamura.
Охуенно, блядь. Я-то думал, он сейчас типа проговорился по поводу того, что коридор где-то здесь. И я такой типа, ну все, я тебе сочувствую. Можешь ничего дальше не говорить, а сам пойду искать этот самый вход. Ну типа, это было бы логично, разумно и довольно реалистично. Блядь. Что думаешь, я просто так оставлю здесь документы? Не дождешься?
Incendio.
Это мое? Что ж такое-то? А я так понимаю, я прослушал. как это
Revelio.
сделать, да?
Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
А,
Someone was actually listening.
он тебя
I do
слушал.
that.
Я нет.
Incendio.
Вот так, значит, да? Хорошо. Так, хорошо.
Confringo.
Something's happened.
I hope we're ready for this.
Не ссы. Все нормально.
Reparo.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a
Journal
snake.
entry.
That
Signed
must
by
be the
Noctua
voice I
Gaunt.
hear.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Вообще похуй,
I see no
абсолютно.
reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the 2 of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us,
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Revelio.
Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Твою блядскую мать, да что ж такое-то? Всем нужен огонь. Ну, всем.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely
Lumos.
at each gate for clues.
Revelio. Lumos. Incendio.
Brazen.
Revelio.
When the door closed, it lit up.
Опять надо что-то или кого-то поджечь. Да,
This
очень
journal entry,
интересно.
the dial requires focus.
Art Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Revelio.
Понятно.
Incendio. Lumos.
Ну, значит, здесь должны быть какие-то подсказки, которые я, очевидно, не замечаю. А. Понятно.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
Lumos!
Nice work.
Я даже не пытался сюда залезть. Ага.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That's
Revelio.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Ага. Пиздец, блядь.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Lumos!
Почему они приоткрываются, блядь? Так, сверху была
Another.
рыба.
Not the welcoming sort, was he? Every dial
Блядь.
seems to be getting more difficult.
Lumos!
But we've made it this far. Don't give up.
Incendio!
Excellent work. We're
Хорошо, что
another
я
step
достаточно
closer to Scriptorium.
рябины сварил, блядь. Почему я не хилюсь? Потому что хер мне? У меня же там автоматическое
spotted something
восстановление,
ahead.
блядь.
Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my
Revelio.
aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
Неправда. Мы в любую секунду можем повернуть назад.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
А вот и, видимо, бабуля. Или кто там.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
Ты его знаешь, что ли?
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open.
Да ты
That's why
детектив.
Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
How would you know?
I was taught the Cruciatus curse as a child. My family's tradition involved torturing muggles. When I refused, I tasted the agony of the curse myself. Eventually, I did what my family asked. When you witness suffering like that at your own hands, you never forget it. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution.
Ты говоришь, будто есть другой
If you
путь.
cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
В этом я сильно сомневаюсь. Покажи мне, как оно делается, я буду делать это постоянно.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus Curse again.
Ridiculous! As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Ага.
I
Надо
want
же
to learn the
знать, как
curse,
оно
but I won't
работает.
cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Но надо научиться ему и понимать, с чем мы имеем дело. Все ради науки, само собой.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Crucio! Are you alright?
Не так уж и ужасно.
Are you alright?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an unusual feeling about this place. We shouldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Этого я не могу сделать.
Revelio. I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear right now.
Ого, никогда ни за что больше вообще ни разу.
Engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
О, точно, у меня же новый левел. Я и забыл. Целых 2 уровня прокачки. Хрень. А вот это интересно. Даже очень. Так, теперь касательно испытаний по поводу доп-квестов. Шляпа лепрекона. все, что я заслужил. Will я? Да достижение, сука. Нормально.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Не стыдно тебе меня будить такую рань?
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry,
Я
Poppy.
такой хороший
If I
хранитель
ever meet your gran,
секретов.
I shall not speak a word of
Знаешь
this.
ли?
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Она такая, мы найдем браконьеров, аккуратненько проследим за ними, узнаем их секреты. В то время я, ну, если я их встречу, им пизда. Не буду пытаться вызнавать никаких тайн. Я просто замучу их до смерти и все.
Centaur. Tread carefully.
Да ладно, я уже их встречал, блядь, они мирные.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Да,
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools?
Да.
That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Тебе наглости не хватит напасть. Блядь! Меня чуть игра не убила, ёбаная мразь. Давай, блядь, не ссы,
He was
они
certainly
мирные.
a charmer.
That could have gone worse.
Это в их же интересах.
Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
Потому что мы
I
люди.
did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Да любой хер, который идет в лес, просто так подозрительный. Даже если он за грибочками идет.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual
Мне
lately.
пригодился бы его
I've
язык.
noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
А вон и логово. Такое беспалевное, блядь, возле
This
реки.
is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely
Revelio.
sure. But look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Можешь быстрее ногами перебирать, пизда ебучая.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Потому что они тяжелые.
Pelt. Poor beasts. Revelio.
А вот то, что они шкуры не забрали, это уже плохо. Что-то случилось. Раз они оставили еще и пивко
Still
мне.
smoking. They can't have been gone long.
А может они бежали? Тебе не кажется, что они скорее уебывали, роняя носки?
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Пиво.
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Нет,
How do
сундук.
goblin and poacher
Мразь
interests
мелкая.
align?
Кляну. Как же ты меня бесишь.
Down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures there.
Наконец-то
So
враги.
what are they doing out here?
Да перебирайся
Let's take a
ты своими
closer look.
ебучими
They
кочерышками
won't be happy
быстрее.
to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up
Ползи,
here. Let's
мразь,
get a better lay of the land.
быстрее.
Before I find you.
Блять, 7 FPS. Сука. Будь ты проклят, блядь. Да сука, как сражаться, когда у тебя 2 кадра?
Thought you had me there. Let me cross football, that is. Incendio. You're embarrassing. Let me over. Are you even trying? Let me over. Gringo. Too slow. Incendio. Let me over.
Хорошее заклинание, мне нравится. И у меня сейчас довели вёскаешься, разота конченая.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic
Revelio.
himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Мне надо еще одну страничку навыков купить. Места не хватает.
Repairer.
Круцо хорошее заклинание. Полезное. Типа оглушаешь одного, херачишь по нему, еще по-другому летает.
Revelio.
Клево, клево. Подозрительная палатка. А, там типа места больше, чем типа мне видно, да? Так что ли?
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Почему? Ни одна тварь не выбрана. Так вон же стоит.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can.
I could swear there's something.
Revelio.
Don't know what Victor was seeking, striking a bargain with him. Oh, I shall enjoy this.
Yeah. Стелс не моё. Пизду, блядь. Я рыцарь-маг, блядь.
Have you
Посмотри
heard
на
from
мои
your family?
доспехи.
Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
F3. Все, я вспомнил. Я забыл, на что заклинание. Получи по хитрой роже. Да хер тебе. Тебе будет очень больно.
Revelio.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
Чувствую, сейчас у меня в стойле на одного дракона станет больше.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Блять, ты бы еще ползти меня игра заставила. Давай, 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 давай. Хватит ебать мне мозги.
Hello, Hamura.
Пиздец, блядь. Хватит,
All
не
right,
было его.
I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Блядь, сколько эстус. Сразу предупреждаю, будет очень больно. Кто там левиоскает, блядь? Завали свое ебло, а. Ты, блядь, ебло свое левиосное завали. Что ты там распизделся, блядь?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
You made a mistake. Stop right there.
Stop right there, you criminal scum, я понял.
They throw away.
Самое время для того, чтобы немного выйти.
Back to the ground with you. Back to the dirt with you.
Яростная капуста в атаку.
What have you done? I should have been.
Кто там, бля, опять левиоскает?
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Да ладно, мы их всех перебьем, в чем проблема? Заставляют заклинание менять. так уж и сложно. Ни хрена
That
выносите.
was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Ну, мое лицо они точно не видели.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
У меня так-то есть свое измерение.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it.
Если я сниму
Be careful,
доспехи,
won't
меня
you?
никто никогда не
I
высадит.
shall see you back at the castle.
Сундук мой. Мой. Да ёбаный кривоногий урод. Да ёбаный кривоногий, блядь, без инвентаря, урод. Какое-то издевательство.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Чтобы мы похитили Феникса?
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Не, пока он еще не готов.
Actually, perhaps...
Ну и ладно. Ну чё там, блядь, за у тебя квест? Висит у меня уже лет 40. Лопнуть. Окей. Окей, вроде не сложно. Так, где там последний? Сука. Очень удобная камера. Блять. Ну почему нельзя ее вверх или вниз опустить немножко? Вот вправо-влево, да, вверх-вниз нет, блять, вообще ничего не происходит. Да сука, где этот ебаный шарик? Я слепой или я слепой? Чё за хуйня, блядь? Я реально его потерял? Сука! Вот ты где, падла. В самой жопе. Куда кого вообще туда засунул? Это еще что за цирковая арена? Бля. Одно испытание охуительнее другого. И опять они заныканы, пиздец как. А, все, вижу. Да разворот, твоя мать, блядь. Пилот, вы меня расстраиваете.
Brilliant.
Все. Теперь заклинание. Какого-то там мороза. Бесполезная хрень на самом деле. Ну, блядь, надо же квесты выполнять хоть какие-нибудь. Ну, здравствуй.
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Я и так я неплохо владел.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work.
Easy peasy, easy. Easy, easy. Easy легче некуда. Yay!
Well done.
Еще одно мусорное
I
заклинание
recommend
в
that
мою
you practice
коллекцию.
your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world. There you go. Catching on quickly.
В жопу это заклинание полет. Куда еще можно метнуться теоретически? О, Себас. Снова крипта. Отчет о драконе. Бля, даже не знаю. Пойду выясню, что там с драконом, а потом к Себасу. Как-то так. Это еще что такое? Ты снова хочешь погонять?
Hello, Samantha. Are you here for someone as court?
I am. I'm actually
вот
rather
о чём.
good at it. Used to play all the time with my brother until. Never mind. Shall we begin?
Судя по всему, в основном ты проигрывал.
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning.
Это еще что за лужи? Кто нассал? Уберите.
Accio!
Подлая штука.
What was I thinking?
Accio!
Стой, сука.
That was
Nормально.
sensational! Accio! Yes!
Изи, ёпть.
How am I to top that? Accio!
Используй подлость. А, там не получится. Даже если она захочет, лужи не позволит. Я об этом не подумал.
Accio!
Наверное, это моя лучшая игра.
How am I to top that? That settles it, then.
Думал, будет сложнее.
After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
Ну ладно, хрен с ним.
Don't do that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Это,
Well,
конечно,
that's very
пиздёж, но
kind
все
of
же.
you. Let's just say if I'm good, then you're better. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent. Best of luck.
Ладно, все, у меня дела. Ну так, что там по поводу дракончика?
Oh,
А?
please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Блять, я не знаю почему, но у нее такой мерзкий голос. Не хочу его никогда в жизни больше
Over
слышать.
here.
Как же он меня раздражает.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Понятно. Так. Теперь Сепас.
I'll say it again.
Себас на закуску.
Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Что у
You'll
тебя на
never
сей раз?
believe what I've learned.
Ты
What did you
научился читать?
discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Он и так нас раскусит, блядь. Он слепой, но не тупой.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Я ж сказал, слепой.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know.
Ты так говоришь, ты не знаешь, что он продолжит поиски. Ну, ладно. Думаю, на этом стоит закончить. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем пока.